living in a day and age of social media, it makes things a little bit more interesting, especially when you go into things like Starfield, which is obviously going to be something that a lot of people are looking forward to. Clearly trending for the past week, and will probably trend for the next few weeks, because it is actually launching very, very soon, actually in, very, very soon. And so everybody's talking about this game. Everybody's excited about the game. The developer actually had to come out and clarify something, set something straight, mainly because, there's been some leaks that have been going around, and obviously even I've been reporting on some of the leaks and things like that. And now we see clearly some people were kind of, I don't want to say taking advantage of some of the things that have been going on, but I will say that it does look like, people are sort of taking advantage of what's kind of going on. Like, I think Microsoft, Bethesda themselves really want to see Starfield shine. We've never seen something like this from Bethesda. Bethesda hates putting out review codes early. We've seen them do that now. Usually the reviews go live the day of the launch. Having review codes go out, weeks before the launch of a game is an unprecedented thing for them. Also, having a situation where, people are going to be able to review it is going to lead to some spoilers and some leaks and things like that. And that's obviously what's going on. But you're also going to get some hate, which is going to actually kind of lead to things like this. Now, what you guys are seeing right here is a very clear instance of somebody who is very, very jealous. I'm not going to mention this guy's name because I'm going to be very clear about this. He clearly wants some kind of clout, something along those lines, by saying some ignorant things. But I am going to have his statement up, which I thought was, pretty ignorant in and of itself. And, the fact that developers responded to this guy, I think, is pretty incredible, to say the least, as well. So here's what this guy had to say. He's talking about the start screen on Starfield, which leaked. He said the start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team was and how much pride they took in their work. Starfield's start screen either shows hasty shipping deadlines by a passionate team, overworked, or a team that didn't care. So it's a minimalistic thing for sure. Clearly we're seeing that, but obviously this guy has no damn clue what he's talking about. And then when you see that actual Pete Hines gets in there and goes ahead and kind of sets the record straight with what he says, I find that to be very much enlightening. He says, they designed what they wanted, and that's been our menu for years and was one of the first things we settled on. Having an opinion is one thing. Questioning out a developer's care because you would have done it differently is highly unprofessional, coming from another quote-unquote dev. Ouch. Ouch.
Stop! He's already dead.
Got it, sir. No! I gotta get him.
Krusty the Clown, everybody.
Now, that is quite a beating to kind of lay down on somebody. Trust me, I know. I've had the head of Xbox do the whole, you're going to cancel your pre-order because somebody else can play the game. Some of you guys might remember that little good thing back in the day. But yeah, for me personally, I think that this was very interesting that the developer has to come out and speak of this. And also, the guy, unfortunately, which, again, I didn't put his name or anything in my video, but I'm sure there's a ton of other videos talking about this reviewer who said that he was 15 hours into the game and there were no bugs or anything like that, and he was enjoying it. It looks amazing, all this kind of stuff. You could, people had checked his Steam thing. He was indeed playing through the game. Now, apparently, on his Steam account, that game is no longer there. Maybe it was revoked. But yeah, that's really the unfortunate side. When you sign an NDA, and trust me, I've signed a few in my lifetime, you can't really say anything about the game other than you're playing the game. And sometimes even that might be, a little bit too much to say. So, again, I don't really know exactly what's going to change in the future with this. But for Starfield, I feel like it's bringing out a lot of different emotions for a lot of different people. I say a lot of the PlayStation fans tend to be extremely jealous, and a lot of them are acting that way on social media. They're going out of their way. And why are they doing this? So some of them asked me, why would we be jealous? And so I kind of came back and said this. Well, you're jealous for a number of reasons. First of all, the narrative for years has been Xbox has no games. That is clearly over with. I mean, once this Activision deal finishes, for sure, they'll have 36 studios. Call of Duty comes out every year. That's one big game right there. It really takes the pressure off the other studios. They can come out with, 3 other big-sized games a year, and that's for a year, and that's more than Sony. Sony will never again, their first party will never again put out more new first-party games than Microsoft. That's never happening again. They know that. It makes them incredibly upset. The other thing is, they say Game Pass ruins games. You can't have, single-player games don't work in Game Pass, and, Game Pass ruins quality of games. Well, when you look at the quality, people point to Redfall, right? But they don't look at the last 3 years of games that Microsoft's first-party studios have released. And yes, some of them are multi-plat because of previous commitments, but the quality was still there. And some stuff like, you might kind of mock Halo Infinite, but it's an 87 rated game, and people loved it at launch. They lacked content on year one, but it is really amazing right now. Forza Horizon 5, a 92 Metacritic. Psychonauts 2, an 89 Metacritic. Flight Simulator, a 90 Metacritic. You look at other things, Pentiment, I think it's an 86 or 87 Metacritic. Grounded, 83. Ghostwire Tokyo, 83. Deathloop, an 88 Metacritic. They have put out really, really high Metacritic games, and these have all gone into Game Pass day one. And I think that that's pretty incredible. People are really kind of forget about this, and it's unfortunate. And now with Starfield, this is Bethesda's first new IP in 25 years. Sony tried to lock this game down as an exclusive, and when Microsoft heard that, they bought the whole damn company, right? And what's interesting about that is that, clearly the PlayStation fan base is very upset by this, but I also feel like, they could just get an Xbox. They could play it through cloud. They could play it on PC. There's various other areas where they can play the game. But it's like they want Sony to have everything. If Microsoft ever gets anything, they try to find ways to make fun of it. Who the hell makes fun of a game for the start menu, right? You're seeing all kinds of these reasons, like people pretending to be people that are playing the game and saying that the frame rate's bad. That guy got busted. I caught him because on one of his tweets he says that Microsoft was hiding the Series S version, that they weren't letting anybody play that version of the game, which is nonsense. As somebody who has gotten review codes, there's no Series S review code that's different from the Series X. There's just one, and you can download it to whatever Xbox you have. It's like, that's how it is. So I knew that the guy was lying at that particular point, but why are people going out of the way? People are saying that they're creating 500 accounts on Metacritic to give it a 0 or a 1. And I understand that sometimes happens both ways or whatever, but I've never seen it happen to this effect where people are openly saying this, right? Like, it's usually some kind of a secret. Nobody's going to go out there and go, oh, yeah, I went and, made 500 accounts to give 0 rated reviews to this PlayStation exclusive. Like, you'll see some of that stuff happen, and a lot of times people will blame Xbox fan for it, when really the truth of the matter is, like something with Gran Turismo 7, no Xbox fans gave a crap about Gran Turismo 7. The Gran Turismo 7 pissed off the actual people that bought Gran Turismo 7. They gave it a poor score because the game was missing a bunch of features and it was broken and all kinds of stuff. So that's why that happened. When with the Horizon Forbidden West stuff, you had like the anti-woke crew go out there and do that. It wasn't Xbox people. This is flat out PlayStation people trying to make Xbox look bad. But to me, the user score isn't representative of anything, man. I'm excited to see that Xbox has this game that can actually go out there and be a Game of the Year candidate. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I am Crap Gamer, as always, looking forward to Starfield. We are very close now. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.